If I'm setting up a server, the first thing that I need is something to run that software on. Now, whether that software is in the cloud or a laptop or a physical old computer that I have sitting in the closet really doesn't make any difference. But I need to set up an operating system that is made for handling servers. We put Linux, right? And get Linux running on something, and then we set up, in the old days, we would say Apache. You throw Apache on it and it does your web hosting and it's wonderful. And Apache is still widely used for web hosting, especially more static type web pages or WordPress or something like that. But if I'm making a website or a server
Got lots of information
that is very dynamic,
Yeah.
I'm probably going to be using Node.js. Anybody familiar with Node.js? A couple of people. What is Node.js? It's a package of tools that you put JavaScript code on. The beautiful thing about Node.js, and it was created in about, I think, 2009, because people were going, Apache, it won't do the dynamic things that we need to do. So in 2009, I forget the guy that developed it, but a guy came up with an idea, hey, we need a better way of doing this. We're all shifting to JavaScript anyhow. We need a package to run on the server that takes care of things. Now, Node.js was a huge advancement in how we were delivering web pages. So Node.js came along and it said, hey, let's do all this JavaScript processing on the server and then deliver the web page to the client. So it offloaded the client processing to the server. The server took care of all the processing and only delivered to the client the part of the page that it needed to see. That's a huge improvement in security. It's so much better, especially compared to all the JavaScript running on the client's machine and talking back to the server. So huge, huge advancement just from being able to do that. That made such a huge difference to how we were doing things. So if I want to set up, if I want to go to Amazon Web Services and I want to set up a server for a game client or for a web page or anything like that, I can go to Amazon Web Services, go to Light Sale, which is like $3, $3.50 a month, and hit the button and it makes a server for me in like less than 3 minutes. I've got a Node.js server ready to go. And I can just put my JavaScript files on the server and it processes it and builds the page from that. Now, because of Node.js, we now have tons of JavaScript packages, such as jQuery, Ajax, React. That's why the demand for server or full stack web developers is still so huge, because they got to understand how to build it on the server to deliver to the client. And they've got to be able to handle all the different types of browsers. Node really changed everything. And now we have tons of all of these JavaScript packages that are really just tool sets for making our lives easier.